guys, and welcome back to Haut Beyleron. So we're still in the same in-day episode as what we were doing yesterday. We managed to finally get the pallets stacked up. We got all the rock picking done apart from right on the edges where we can't get into without obviously destroying some of the crops with the tire on the rock picker, because look at it, that's a pretty big tire. So what we'll do, we ended up with almost 3,000 litres, so that's not too bad. So we'll bring that up, we'll get that put into the rock crusher, we'll get that converted into lime. What we'll do first though is we'll have a look, we'll see how much lime we've already got in there, and that way we can determine how much or what the ratio is for what we are getting. Okay, so just leave that there for a second. If we come to productions, which is where it is, there it is. So every bit of rock or stone you put in there is what you get back in lime. So we'll go ahead and activate that. That's good to know. Like, granted, we're not going to get all of the lime that we need for our fields just from doing rocks. We're still going to need to purchase some. But if we can get away with not having to purchase all of it, then happy days. That's about as close as we're getting. So we're going to end up with roughly 5,500 litres of lime in there until we get the other fields done. So that was all we had to do today. That's all I pretty much brought yous back in for today. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead, get this put away. We're not going to need it for a little bit, and then we'll rest. Just forgetting which way to steer here for a second. It's all good. Yeah, so we'll rest, go into August. First thing we'll do is we'll check out the used machinery. So we'll shut that down. We'll just check our chickens to begin with. Still got plenty. So you'll still have plenty. What we'll more than likely do in the morning... Actually, no, we're going to do that right now. We're just going to super strength that out of the way. Actually, no, that's put it exactly where we want it. We're going to move this across, just so it's a bit easier to get to. So down to here, construction... Demolish. Yes. It's costing us money, I know, but at the end of the day, it wasn't where we needed it to be. Cool. So yeah, that's going to make it a lot easier to get to with the tractor. Rightio. So on to tomorrow. Run down our little footpath. Oh, we've got deer in the front yard. Hello, deer. Hello, deer. Come back. Come back. No. Okay. Rightio. Yep. 8 AM's fine. This should bring us to a point where all of our canola is ready to harvest. Obviously, apart from that little section Property maintenance and production costs. Ah, yeah, I forgot that unless you deactivate this thing, it will run all the time, and it will cost you $40 per hour, and that's in-game hour. So that's empty now anyway. So we've got, oh wow, we've got nearly 6,000 litres there. That was a poor calculation on my part. But if we come into here, so obviously we've still got that section of canola that we couldn't harvest yesterday, and we've got these two fields plus our sorghum. Let's see where we're at. And it's all ready to go. Now you can see that that comes up cultivated after you run the rock picker or the stone picker over it. So that's pretty good to know. So what else were we going to do? That's right, we were going to have a look. Oh, bigger trailer again. So that's something we've got to do actually. We've got to bring our bigger trailer back. So we will get the little strip done. So we'll just run through here, run through the crop that's ready to harvest. And that section didn't end up growing at all. That is strange. Oh, we better turn that off. Alright, so we'll get this little section done, then we'll throw it onto this section with a worker while we run up to the store with the Fent and we grab our new trailer. How come there's weeds growing there? That's not fair. I wonder if that's affecting my yield. I hope not, because they're not in my field. I took care of all of our weeds. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be today's episode, is completing the harvest and potentially getting the fields plowed. The only one we're not going to plow is the sorghum field because that doesn't need it. That was done prior to us purchasing the land. But we will have to plow in between the two of them. But we do have, obviously, a lot of harvest to get through today. Once again, we will do the stone picking off camera. Pretty sure you guys have seen enough of that for now. And it's not worth us paying a worker to do it, or else we'd actually be better off just purchasing the line ourselves. What I am waiting for is somebody to come out with a different mod or a different production of what we can do with the stones. So whether we can turn it into cement or whether we can do something along those lines. That would be pretty cool. Like it's one of the things that I was looking forward to most for FS22 was the productions. We haven't got around to doing any of it yet, apart from obviously the stone to lime, which I'm not really going to count because it's just a small mod. It was just done because I wanted to test it out, see how it worked. The ones I'm looking forward to doing are the cereal obviously the canola oil. So I don't think the oil factory or the oil production facility is on this map. I know we have the option to purchase it, but I don't know where we're going to put it. We will eventually get to that. Without a doubt, we'll definitely have all of the productions undergo to some degree. But for now, we've got to work with what we've got within the budget we've got. So now that we're pretty close to the end there, we'll stick a worker in. We'll let him turn around and continue on with this. Instead of using our small 8,000 litre trailer, we're going to get as much done as possible ourselves. So the less we have to run to the silo, the better. Look out, the neighbour's had his crop harvested. So that's the barley gone from there. That'll be a contract soon to cultivate that. I wonder if when we get cultivating contracts, because I've got the collect straw emissions, I wonder if when we do cultivating contracts, whether that will allow us to pick up stones as well. If it did, that'd be pretty cool. You'd get a worker come in and do the cultivating, and you'd just follow in behind with the stone picker. Steer the right way, that'll help. Still got our indicator on. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll get back down, we'll continue on with the harvest, send the worker home, and we'll get the majority of it done ourselves in a time lapse for the most part. We may jump cut some sections there in the middle, but we'll see you guys once we have harvested all of that canola that we have in the ground, and then we'll probably look at doing the sorghum in the next episode.
2 a.m. in the morning, I'm in my story smoking, catching my breath. I can feel my skin burning. You light the fire in me, got no regrets. Can't forget, you got me wrapped around it. You feel me, your body wrapped around me. Good mistakes. Oh, you got me looped about it. You and me, you got me losing sleep. I am in too deep, like an overdose. You're the antidote. Losing sleep, I am in too deep. No matter where I hide, you got me sleep deprived. Blow my mind with a warning. You digging deep within me. I feel obsessed. I can't help myself falling into the widest ocean again. Can't forget, you got me wrapped around it. You feel me, your body wrapped around me. Good mistakes. Oh, you got me looped about it. You and me got me loose.
Okay, we'll just go and get this last little bit. So we've ended up with another roughly 12, going on 13,000 litres just off of this field. But we'll soon see when we go to move the tractor down to the other paddock. But we've also got all of that sorghum to do. Like I said, we're not going to worry about that right away. We will most likely leave that for the next episode. What we want to sort of do is pretty much prepare the field directly in front of us for its next crop. Now, the reason we've put the Duts or the Deutz onto that trailer is the stayer was already struggling with the smaller one, and adding all that extra weight just didn't compute, didn't sound like it was going to work. So the stayer is a great little around the farm tractor for our smaller equipment as well as moving pallets and so on. But it's not really a workhorse. It's no Clydesdale, that's for sure. Okay, so we'll continue on. We'll get this one done. Now, I don't want this entire episode to be a time lapse, but there is a potential that a big chunk of it will be. It is what it is. We're harvesting at the moment. We obviously got to change over to some different equipment when we get onto the plowing, but even then, it's the same work we did in the last episode.
Too deep, like an overdose. You're the antidote. Losing sleep, I'm in too deep. No matter where I hide, you got me sleep deprived.
Okay, so what we'll do, we'll take care of this headland, we'll go down, we'll take care of that one again, and then we'll go up and down. It's obviously a bit longer than it is wide. So the less amount of time we spend turning around, technically the quicker we should get this done.
Your body wrapped around me, goodness change. You got me looked upon it, you and me. Got me losing sleep, I'm in too deep, like an overdose. You're the antidote. Losing sleep, I'm in too deep. No matter where I hide, you got me sleep deprived.
Okay, just having a quick look here, and it looks like the price is back on the way up. Now, it shouldn't be. Oh, actually, yes, it should be. Okay, we'll see what happens. By the end of the harvest, we'll have another quick look. If it's not where it needs to be, then what we'll do is... Oh, we're going to have to meet you on the bottom side, aren't we? Hopefully you don't fill. So yeah, if it's come up in price, then we'll get rid of it, because this was just entirely a cash crop. So if we can sell 16, 20, if we can sell 30 something thousand litres, Happy days. Oh, I'm miles away from him. And all of that should fit in the trailer as well. So, amusingly enough, we've only just managed to get more from these two fields than we did from that one. Actually, no, that's not surprising. Look at the size difference. I'm not sure if it will fit or not, so we'll just get rid of it anyway. Now, inside the farm, I am getting approximately 42 to 45 frames a second whenever I'm looking this way, and we don't even have that much going on yet, so we may have to adjust our picture settings. I did crank them up just the other day, so I kind of figured we were still going to have to adjust them a little bit, but we'll work on that. Are you going to be able to get that last lot in one hit? Or is it just a bit too wide? Just a bit too wide. As long as you don't try and tell me you're finished. So what have we ended up with? Roughly another 21,200. We might make it to 1,200 litres here. No, we're not going to, are we? No. That's okay. Still got quite a bit in storage. We should be roughly around 37,000 litres. Let's jump out and see what the silo tells us. 37,453. Oh, why didn't you go in? So that's actually going to be 38,000. 38,630 litres in total. And that's not from a completely looked after field. So what I reckon we're going to do is we are going to store our trailer here, just on an angle, just like that. Nope. There we go. The deers are loving the farmyard. Just damaging things. Okay, so I think what we need to do here is still have allow create fields on. Because I'm not too sure if there was any left from the first pass. But we'll plow this up and we'll also tidy up where we had to come back to on this field. So that little strip in the middle. But we can turn create fields off now because that is that field completely joined into one. So we'll go and take care of this before we go too far. Like I said, we'll take care of the rock picking off camera. And get that into the crusher. We want to generate as much lime as we can, so we have to purchase as little as we can. For some reason that didn't make sense in my head then, which is why the quick little pause. So yeah, the more we can generate, the less we have to pay for, and therefore the better off we'll be. Granted, we do have to make back the cost of the stone picker and of the production itself, which is somewhere in the vicinity of £30,000 to £35,000. Which is probably never going to happen. But you never know. I think lime from the store is about $400 per 1,000 litres. So I'll let you guys do the math on that. How much lime I need to produce before I've paid those two pieces of equipment off. let a worker take over with the plough. We'll get the harvester back up to the farm. And that will wait until tomorrow for the sorghum harvest.
I can't believe that you came into my life. You made me feel again, now it's my turn. You say you've always been a little bit shy, but I can put an end to your fears. Let me show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet until they start to bleed. DJ, take it away. Tonight is all for you and me. So baby, spin and let the music begin.
Okay guys, so like I said, we're just gonna plough all of that in, that entire strip. We're not gonna worry too much about joining these two together at the moment. We'll do that once the sorghum field's been harvested. We're not going to put anything into this field in the meantime. But we will obviously come through off camera and do the rock picking. Anyway, we'll crack on with this. Once we get this done, we will we'll check the price for the canola. If it hasn't increased, then we'll most likely end the episode there.
I know you feel it within, so go ahead and just spin for me. Won't you spin? Don't let the doubt in you win. I know you feel it within, so go ahead and just spin for me. Won't you? I know it's hard for you to give it a try, but you are not alone. I'm here with you. I think you owe it to this beautiful night to lose all your control. Do it for you. Let me show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet until they start to bleed. DJ, take it away. Tonight is all for you and me. So baby, spin and let the music begin. I know you feel it within, so go ahead and just spin for me. Won't you spin? Don't let the doubt in you win. I know you feel it within, so go ahead and just spin for me. Won't you? Don't be afraid, just let go of your fears, 'cause you know you can do it, baby. Dance them away. Now you know how it feels, now you know you can do it, baby. Spin and let the music
And
begin.
we are successfully done with the ploughing. Now, you will have noticed that we missed a little bit there. We did bring out the GPS. I just wanted to have a little play with it. Haven't really used it that much. I never got around to using it in 19. I never had a wheel, so it was not something I really could have used. I was using a PS4 controller before the wheel came. But anyway, that is the ploughing complete. So we'll get that folded up. We'll get those lines turned off. Get this put away. Now, what we are going to do is go into some stone picking. We'll show you guys a little bit, just for the start, and then we will go to getting it done off screen in preparation for seeing you guys in the next episode. So this is definitely by no means a quick process. It's come way too long with that. It's not a quick process. It's also not a very profitable process. But when it comes to not damaging your equipment, it's definitely wise to do. So we've obviously got a hell of a lot of stone picking to do. So we will leave you guys there. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. Thanks for joining in, everybody. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell for future episodes, and we'll see you guys somewhere in the future. Thanks, guys.